He told me to get out. That's what Masiyiwa heard from a Zimbabwean minister, slamming the door on his dream. 5 years. 5 years of relentless lobbying, legal battles, and unwavering belief. But what happens when a government says no to the future of mobile? We uncover the untold story of how Africa's telecom titan finally broke through. Africa. A continent of ancient wisdom, vibrant culture, and boundless potential. But beneath the bustling markets and hopeful faces lies a truth often obscured: the path to wealth here is rarely paved with ease. For those who dare to dream big, to build empires that touch lives and transform nations, the journey is seldom straightforward. They face hurdles that their counterparts elsewhere can scarcely imagine. Imagine, if you will, a game where the rules are constantly changing, where access is a privilege, not a right, and where the power of the state can make or break you. This is the story of Masiyiwa, a name synonymous with African innovation. We know him now as a telecommunications titan, a philanthropist, a beacon of hope. But rewind to the mid-1990s, and his future was anything but assured. He wanted to bring mobile to Zimbabwe. Simple, right? Wrong. The Zimbabwean government, in 1994, held a tight grip on the telecommunications sector. They weren't keen on competition. His initial application for a mobile license was rejected, point blank. An outright no. Most would have given up. Most would have accepted defeat. But Masiyiwa isn't most people. He wasn't going to take no for an answer. For 5 long years, he fought. He fought in the courts, he fought in the streets, he fought for the future of his country. He believed that access to communication was a fundamental right, not a luxury to be controlled by the powerful. He took the Zimbabwean government to court, arguing that their monopoly was unconstitutional. Year after year, battle after battle, he persevered. He faced intimidation, bureaucratic roadblocks, and the unwavering resistance of a government determined to maintain its control. But here's the twist. Here's the hidden truth. The government wasn't just trying to protect its monopoly. They were secretly planning to launch their mobile network, Net1, and they didn't want any competition stealing their thunder. Wait, what? Why it matters now? The fight Masiyiwa waged wasn't just about one man or one company. It was a battle for the soul of African enterprise. For too long, opportunity on this continent was filtered through the lens of others. We were told what we couldn't do, what wasn't possible, how our markets were too small, our people too unskilled. But the narrative is shifting. Dramatically. Look at Aliko Dangote. In the 1990s, he saw a continent ripe with potential, brimming with unmet needs. Western companies, blinded by perceived risk, hesitated. They saw logistical nightmares, political instability. Dangote, however, saw opportunity. He built a $20 billion empire by investing in industries others overlooked: cement, sugar, flour. Industries vital to Africa's growth. He wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty, to navigate the complexities of doing business here. He saw what they refused to see: Africa's potential. This is not just about wealth accumulation. It's about economic independence. About Africans controlling their own destiny. When we rely on outside forces to dictate our economic future, we relinquish our power. We become vulnerable to exploitation, to the whims of external markets. Masiyiwa's struggle against the Zimbabwean government was a microcosm of this larger battle. It was about proving that African entrepreneurs could compete, could innovate, could create value on a global scale. It was about breaking free from the chains of dependency. And it set the stage for others to follow. And consider this: in 1994, when Masiyiwa first applied for a mobile license, the very idea that an African-owned company could challenge the established telecommunications giants was considered laughable. But here's the kicker: the mobile frequencies initially denied to Econet were later handed over to a foreign entity, just 5 years later. Wait, what? And that's how Masiyiwa, against all odds, built Econet Wireless Zimbabwe. This wasn't just about phones, it was about access. Access to information, access to opportunity, access to a global marketplace. That spirit of relentless pursuit, of refusing to accept no for an answer, is a lesson for every young African entrepreneur today. In a continent brimming with potential, Masiyiwa's story reminds us that innovation and grit can overcome even the most entrenched obstacles. His path wasn't easy, but he persevered, driven by a vision for a connected Africa. Ready to build your own vision? Get started with Entrepreneurship's Creator Kit. It's packed with essential tools and resources to help you launch your digital journey. Find it at entrepreneurship.com/shop.html for just $47. Remember, the future of Africa belongs to those who dare to dream and act. High voltage follow, subscribe and like at Panafric for daily Africa plus money plus wisdom.